Hello and welcome again to what is now episode 12 of the Celtic Canon. We are once again in my car. I'm doing ridiculous amounts of overtime, and obviously this makes me... I'm nowhere else apart from work, basically, so you are lucky enough to join me in my car once again. But it's not a dogging session, thankfully. I'm speaking that... What time is it now? It's now 4:30 in the morning on the day after our 3-0 win over West Ham. We get to speak about a win finally. It was a really good, solid performance. You could see that our confidence levels had risen inexorably since from the last few months, and I think that was down to the Man City match. It showed that we can contend if we really do put in the effort, which we haven't been over the last few months. We put in effort. We lacked a little bit of our sheen, shall we say, against Man City, but we got that back against West Ham. Coquelin made way in the team. He started against Man City, obviously, and he obviously was deemed not good enough to, or just basically not a good fit for the team, and El Neni came in, and El Neni is a good, solid 7 out of 10 player. I've not seen him let us down yet, and again, so it proved he was a solid 7 out of 10. He gave us that security, and he gave, and more importantly, Granit Xhaka, a bit of security, so the Swiss midfielder could, spray his balls out from the box, from box to box, and he was dynamic, and I think that's because he was given a lease of life, because he didn't have to worry so much about what was behind him, and could concentrate more on going forward. And I think El Neni gave him that. So I mean, that's a budding partnership. I still think the future is probably going to be Ramsey and Xhaka, but if El Neni keeps performing like that, then he's definitely got a future at the club, which is good for him. Coquelin, well, he needs to step up, or he needs to go this season. On this season's display, it's not looking good for the French boy. The first half was quite tense, obviously, but that's because of the the goings on over the last few months. There was a lot of empty seats. A lot of fans stayed away until the 13th minute, because it's been 13 years since we won the league. It was another protest, another display, but we played well, and it was so nice to see. It's so nice to say that we played well, to be honest. I think that the second half obviously is when we reap the rewards of our displays, but Ozil was magnificent, especially in the second half. Welbeck's runs gave him a focal point, which always helps. Welbeck was tireless again. I was surprised to see him start, actually. I didn't think he was going to be starting. I thought it would be Giroud. But Welbeck started again. That shows he's got the confidence of the manager, which is good to see. And Welbeck doesn't let you down. Never lets you down. But the second half is where it all synced into place. And that was down to one man. It was Mesut Ozil. He was absolutely brilliant. Obviously, he scored the first, which broke the deadlock. It was a lovely shot. Really accurate. The finesse. The man is finesse. He's the epitome of finesse. The second goal was Walcott's. Walcott may flit in and out of the game, but he does produce the goods, whether you like that or not. It's a fact. And the third goal was... Sorry, that's a work mate just signalling me, say hello. The third goal, Giroud. What a finish. Fantastic. And every goal had Ozil involved somehow. It was just so nice to see him produce something we know he's capable of, and everyone loves to see that. Alexis was not anonymous, but it wasn't his usual vibrant self, but we had another world-class player to take the stage in his place, because Alexis can't play well in every single game. He can't rescue us in every single game, and Ozil stepped up to the plate, and that was so good to see. We are now, I think we're 4 points behind City with a game in hand, and we're 6 points behind Liverpool with 2 games in hand. Now, obviously, games in hand have to be cashed in, so to speak, and we still need to win those games, but we're a little bit closer to the top 4. It was very disappointing to see Tottenham turn it around in the last 3-4 minutes. I mean, they're 1-0 down in and then stoppage time they swing 3 goals in, which is quite disappointing to see. But I think we've all come to terms with the fact that we're not going to catch them, and this is going to be the first season that they're going to finish above us. And this is where my #jock rant comes in. Tottenham. I can't stand it. I can't. It doesn't sit well with me. It never will do. Yeah, of course, we're not used to it. We're used to the fact that we finish above Tottenham, and that's their customary place, and it will be again. But this season seems to be a flash in the pan. Hopefully, they anger me so much. They have got a really, really good fucking team, but them finishing above us is not right. It never will be right, and because of this, because of them finishing above us, we're never going to hear the fucking end of it. Because they've done it once. Forget the 22, 21 years of us finishing above them and all those years in the shadows. No. Tottenham finished above us once. So now, obviously, they're a better team. They're a bigger team. Bollocks. Utter bollocks. Tottenham have and always will be a smaller club than us. Don't ever forget it. You will be peppered with Tottenham fans who you know, and they will be loving this moment. And you know what? Put yourself in their shoes. You can understand that, because they've had all those years. They've had over 2 decades where they've had to swallow their pride, and we've pissed all over them, and we've just humiliated them every single season, and they've had to deal with that. So they're going to have one season where they can vent, and there's a lot to vent. But I'm venting now by saying I fucking hate you, Tottenham, and your time will come again. So enjoy this moment out of the bottle, because you will be popped back in very fucking soon. So just enjoy it while you've got it. Next up, we've got Crystal Palace on Monday at Selhurst Park. Tough game. They lost to Crystal Palace last night. They put up a good performance, especially in the first half. I caught some of the game, but Southampton, they clawed it back. I think they won 3-1 in the end. But they've been on a good run. They won the last 4 games before that, and a trip to Selhurst Park is always tough for us. It's always a very tight affair. So fingers crossed we can grab something there and continue this recovery, because we need to. Because 2 games, 4 points from 6 is good, but it's nowhere near what we need to be achieving. We need to push that envelope home. If we're going to be in the top 4, we need to achieve consistency, and that means another win. Another draw won't be good enough. It needs to be another win. It's good to see Ramsey and the Ox were on the bench last night. They're fit enough and they're ready enough. Whether they'll come back in after El Neni's display is another matter. Will Giroud start? I mean, after his scorpion kick goal against Palace in December. The good thing is we've got options. We've got so many options, and they're all scoring at the moment. I mean, Alexis is banging form. Giroud scored last night. Theo's banging in the goals. Welbeck's playing well. The good thing is we've got choice. We can rotate it. So, I mean, yeah, it's another game. It's 3 games in 8 days, I believe, or 9 days. So we can rotate. We've got the squad. Let's do it. We can continue. We can keep pushing. Thank you for watching. This has been episode 12 of the Kilted Cannon. I'll be back again probably sometime next week, I'm guessing, if I ever get my arse out of work. Hopefully it won't be in my fucking car next time. But thank you for watching, and word to your respective guardians.